What's up, everybody? So it is that time of year again where I'm going to tell you about the best books that I've read. I've read probably over 40, 45. I don't even know, honestly, but I have narrowed down the best to the top 5 books that I've read all year long. These are really, really good books that I highly recommend that you should get and read in 2023. So first, this is not one of the 5, but I feel like I only talk about nonfiction books. This is actually a fiction book that I read that gets an honorable mention. The Death of Ivan Ilyich. I'm not Russian, but I think that's how you say it, by Leo Tolstoy. It's about a guy that was a judge. He was like a careerist, very involved just in the world of politics, and he had a great life, a great family, all this stuff. And he had never given any thought to his mortality and to the fact that he would die one day. And then he gets diagnosed with a terminal illness, and it just talks, it's a short book, you can see how small it is. It's just about him processing that and coming to terms with his own mortality. Very interesting and much shorter than Anna Karenina. So, honorable mention. Number 5 on the list, it's a rough list. I don't even know that they're all numbered, but number 1 is definitely number 1. But for our purposes, number 5 is The Prisoners of Geography, 10 maps that tell you everything you need to know about global politics. So this book is, I would say, 40% geography, 40% politics, and 20% history, and I 100% loved it. It is so good. Each chapter is about a different country or a group of countries, and it just talks about kind of the history of how they became the countries that they are today. It talked about Russia and Ukraine before the war even broke out. It talks about China and Tibet and how the US was kind of destined to become a superpower just based on their geography. Fascinating stuff. You will be smarter if you read this book, so definitely check it out. Number 4 is The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. This was also on Cameron's list because I told her she had to read it because it was that good. So it will be on your list if you read it as well. This is a book that I would recommend for anybody living in a first world country today in this day and age, because everyone I know is constantly on the go, constantly rushed and hurried, and you know, there's a tendency for our souls to just feel restless, and this book gives so much practical insight and wisdom as to how to slow down. And so I would just highly recommend, your life will be better off, your soul will be better off if you check out this book. All right, so third on this list is How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big, Kind of the Story of My Life by Scott Adams. Scott Adams is the creator of the Dilbert comic strip. So he's not a self-help author, but this is kind of a self-help book. And I'm telling you, I'd seen it recommended by several people, and so I wanted to check it out. But I was just blown away by how differently he thinks about things. And I love that in books that, you know, just approach you with a different mindset, a different way of thinking. I found a lot of really great ideas in this book. One of in particular I can think is worth like probably 10 times the cost of the book. So I would recommend it. I think it would be of benefit to all of you. The next, I'm kind of cheating, okay? I'm combining 2 for this. If I had to choose, The Blessed Life is the better of the 2, also on Cameron's list. But this is the sequel to The Blessed Life, Beyond Blessed. Both of these are by Pastor Robert Morris, and they're about giving and generosity and living in the blessings of the Lord. Because God wants to bless us all whenever we live according to His Word. And so The Blessed Life is really about generosity and giving and having our hearts transformed by the love of God, so that we can be a blessing to the world. And God blesses that. This book, Beyond Blessed, is all about, stewarding what God has given us and making wise financial decisions and honoring the Lord in that way, and that God blesses those things as well. So both of these books, The Blessed Life and Beyond Blessed, are life-changing level. You definitely want to read these if you have not. And then finally, the number 1 book I've read, this is the one that I'm very sure about, and I would say this is like probably a top 10 book of all time, is Endurance. This is about Ernest Shackleton's incredible Antarctic voyage. This book, I don't want to spoil anything about it, but I'm telling you, of all the biographies I've read, this is like probably the best. And if you have an ounce of adventure seeking in your body, you definitely need to read this. It is one of the most amazing stories, and I am blown away that Hollywood has not made this into a movie, because when it hits, it will be so good. Christian Bale definitely needs to be a part of it, so let's just make that happen if anyone watching this knows him. But yeah, this book is incredible, incredible. It's hard to believe it's a true story, but it really is. So definitely check it out. It will help you to have the mindset of Ernest Shackleton in everything you do and to endure whatever you're going through. So these are the 5 best books I've read this year. All of them are 5-star, A+ books. You should definitely check them out. And let us know in the comments below if you've read any awesome books that you would recommend to us. We love getting book recommendations. We love talking about books. We also love real estate as well, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any real estate needs, feel free to reach out. We will see you guys next time.